If you like structures like this, it's awesome. Let's go in and check it out. We're here in Apollo, PA, and we're going to be hiking the Roaring Run Trail. This looks to be the start of the Roaring Run Trail, so let's do it. All right, so we made it to the official end of the Roaring Run Trail, and we have this beautiful rock formation back in here, a little waterfall and a tiny cave area. So let's go check this out. This is awesome. Okay, I got surrounded by a spider, but I'm not gonna let that stop me. I'm gonna go down in here and show you how big this waterfall is. The rocks are massive. It's massive. It's like a small cave there. Let me get my flashlight out. It turns out I forgot my flashlight, but I do have my bear spray. So going down in there and taking a look. We're not gonna disturb anything. I haven't heard anything growl or move or anything, so we should be good. Leaving the bike and backpack right there. There's nobody here. In we go. Not gonna go far. It doesn't go far, so no problem. Got to get down this muddy hill here under these rocks. Observation, there's nothing in here, so we're okay, but look how massive this is compared to me. I'm 6 foot. Yeah. There's nothing in here. We're good. Okay, here I am. Here's the rock. Huge. Just checking out the cave from inside here. Didn't bring the flashlight, but thankfully it doesn't go back any further than this, so we're good. No animals, just us. Not going through there by myself, but you can see in there. Turn this around and get a picture for you, and then we'll get out from underneath this thing. So yeah, this is the rock. Just absolutely massive. You can see the hole goes the whole way back through there. No problem at all, really. Really cool looking. Huge rocks around here. Little pool there. There's a little waterfall if I'll show you in a second. Just looks incredible. I'm glad I didn't give up and actually came out the whole way here. Zooming in on some white mushrooms on this log inside the cave here. And this is a close-up of the inside of the cave. These rocks are massive. See that crevice there? I actually could probably fit up in there if I scooched in there right. It's that big. In doubt, you can see the size a little better. So yeah, if I do this, you can see just how tall this rock is. Let me walk out from it so you can get an idea. That's a massive rock shelf there, and there's a little waterfall. Let's check this out. I'm not going in the pond today. Don't have the right shoes, but we'll zoom in on it. This is incredible. You can see the water comes out underneath here, and it flows up here too. Zoomed in, you can see it coming out from underneath the rocks here. Gonna bring the flashlight next time, and I'm gonna check this area out better. Might come back here next weekend. This is absolutely beautiful. One more view of the little cave and the massive rock beside it. Now we're gonna start working our way back the trail. As always, going to record as we go on the phone on the way back. Back up this muddy, rocky trail and up to the bike here. Water's pretty clear when it comes out of the mountain. Kind of flows down here into this little pool area and then on down the river. When I come back here with people, I'm gonna check out those rocks better. Just don't want to go back up in there by myself. If you fall, you're in trouble. One last look, there's the rocks. Down in here is the river, and then behind us on the other side over here is the trail where we came in. It's a little dirt trail, and then it gets back on the gravel. So let's do this. All right, we're back on the main trail. This is the official end, and right down that little dirt path is where the waterfall was. Let's check this out over here real quick. Oh my gosh, I'm not getting any closer than that. Oh man, that's a drop. 20 feet. It's significant. It's not small at all. Maybe more. It's hard to see just how big that drop is, but that's massive. So not getting any closer. Well, you can see the mountainside there, right? You can see the valley, and then it's like straight up, and here I am, and down way down in there is the river you can see running. That is a wild view. Look at those rocks. All right, back to the trail. Some nice flowers here, little wooden structure. This is kind of like a guardrail, I guess, so you don't go flying off down that cliffside. But yeah, I just kind of walked out there because I didn't bike it, so safe. Head back about 4.5 miles to the start of Roaring Run Trail, I think, maybe a little more. And then another 1 to 2 miles back to the car in downtown Apollo. So let's get rolling. So today, you're gonna see I'm doing a little biking and videoing here. That seemed to work well from last time, so we're gonna keep that up so you can get some views and stuff. But yeah, so I was originally planned to do the Rock Furnace Trail today, and I started that trail, and as it turns out, my body was not ready for that. That's very much, it's a gravel trail, sort of like this, but a little more gravel and very steep hills. My body wasn't ready for that, and my bike brakes were not ready for that, so that seemed like a bad idea. So we turned it around, and we decided to go down to what's known as the Apollo Ski Trail, which is about 2 miles, and it starts in like downtown Apollo, which is the small town. And we biked down to the Roaring Run Trail thinking I was just going to do that today. And then I got to the start of the Roaring Run Trail, and I was like, oh, you know what, now I feel pretty good. I felt really bad after the big hills on the Rock Furnace because I had to turn it around about a 1/4 mile in, but felt a lot better when I got back to the Roaring Run, so I gave it a go, and we ended up the whole way down the Roaring Run Trail too. So I'm not sure if this is going to split into 2 videos, the Roaring Run Trail and the Apollo Ski Trail, or if it's just going to be one long video of both, because they're kind of connected. All 3 kind of make up one big trail system: the Apollo Ski, the Roaring Run, and the Rock Furnace. But I got to build up some strength before I do the Rock Furnace. That's kind of a branch of its own, so we'll come back for that. But we did get the 2 parts of the long trail in today, the main trail, so that's exciting. All right, over here we have this sign. Oh! Hello. So here we have the Edmond Trail. There's a mountain bike trail up in there. So there's a guy way up there doing mountain biking, and yeah, it scared me. You just heard him yell. I think he hit something. But yeah, I got to get up on those mountain bike trails at some point. This will take us a mile to Edmond, but what I heard from locals is that's a very hilly trail. So we're going to come back and hit that branch another time. That's like a branch of the trail. So is the Rock Furnace. Yeah, these guys down here just came off of a mountain bike trail up in there. Just passed some guys that were actually on one of the mountain bike trails up on the side of the cliff here, and one of them got a flat, so that kind of stinks. But on the upside, they have the stuff to repair it, so that's cool. I hit a really bumpy patch here. Just kind of coasting down the hill. Let me turn it around so you can get the view. Just getting a nice view of the trail here on the way back. Not too many sights at the moment, but we'll stop as we see good ones. Oh, little bumps here. I was wondering why it felt so strenuous to get up there. It's because it's an incline. I've been coasting down so far the last probably 1/4 mile, so this is amazing. There's a trail we're on. Up here is just one of the many awesome kind of side roads, more mountain bikey roads that you can take as options. Next interesting piece here, it says no trespassing on that. It's sign out in there. Zoom in. No trespassing, flammable. Somebody trespassed with a bit of graffiti there, as you can see. I'm not sure what this is. Maybe something gas related, I would assume. We'll see what these little yellow flags up here say. There's a yellow flag right there. All right, let's take a look-see. Natural gas pipeline. That explains the smell earlier that I smelled up in there a ways. So maybe there's a small leak or something. Got another mountain bike trail up in there. I just don't have the strength of that, but we'll come back to these side trails at some point for sure. Here we got a sign for hiking and mountain biking trail up in there. Roaring Run Watershed Association. So yeah, it does go up in there. This one looks a little more chill, so maybe I'll just take a quick look. And see here, this biking trail goes up in there a ways, so we're not going to do that today, but I wanted to at least come up a bit and kind of show you what one of them looked like. This is one of the nicer ones, so I would imagine this will be a good starter trail when I have the strength. Got a bench dedication here, H.W. Fraley. Department of Environmental Protection. I'm interested in the part that says abandoned mine reclamation project. 6 abandoned mine hazards. So check this out. Almost looks like there's a path here specifically as a mountain bike ramp, and shoot you off of there, and well, there's trees in the way, so that's not ideal, but maybe at one point this was for mountain bikers to fly off of there and do a trick or something. Pretty cool. We're gonna take the grassy route here just for fun. See if I can hold the camera steady at all, or if I'm gonna fall over. In the spirit of all these bike trails, we'll take a nice view of the river here. We're gonna stop and look at this. In case you missed it, this is the Roaring Run Trail, and I guess the run part of it is the river, the Roaring Run part. So this is the river. It's not really roaring at this section, but it does look very deep actually. Looks like it's spitting rain out there, but I felt no rain. There's a hole here. Not sure what that's about. You can see it just kind of drops off there into the river. And then there's a mountain. Well, on second look, I thought that was rain on the river, but those are bugs. There's a ton of those water skipper bugs because there's no droplets out in the center of the river. There's only droplets right on the edge here. Either it's raining only in that one special spot, or those are bugs skimming across the water. So this trail has these mile markers. This is mile 3. These are posted about every mile, half mile along the trail, something like that. Got some nice flowers back in here. Got a dedication here to 2nd Lieutenant Michael Giordano. So I don't know if people swim across this or what, but there's a rope swing over there, and little path that leads down to it. Maybe there's a trail on the other side that I haven't seen, but I don't think so. But yeah, that's a pretty big rope swing. The river looks really deep right there, and you can see it's actually flowing pretty good for being as still as it is. It's hard to tell, but this rock up here is massive. It's got trees growing on top of it. It's just a gigantic rock. I'm not sure if you can see just how big that is. Yeah, quick stop here and walk up this hill so you guys can see how massive these rocks are. Bike's down there. I'm heading up this hill. Gonna turn this around so you can see there's a bird party up in the trees there. Look at the size of this rock. I mean, it's absurd how big this rock is just sitting here. There's another massive one over in there. Don't know if I'm gonna go over there by myself. Let's see what else is up here. Head up these roots. It's a big rock right out here. This one almost looks charred, but that's pretty massive. I'm guessing 7-8 feet tall. Hard to see from here though, hard to tell. I don't know if you see what I see, but I spy a tiny cave. So we're gonna go check this out, and then we're gonna go back down to the bike. And these rocks around here are massive. There's another huge rock over there. I'm guessing 10 feet on that one. Again, it looks small from here, but you can see how it's jutting up out of the side of the mountain. I'm not gonna get closer than that by myself. Probably feels like there might be snakes and stuff down in there. Another massive rock over there in the distance. Little cave area there. I don't think it goes anywhere, and the rocks don't look too stable, but if I come back here with people, I'm gonna check that out. Far up, there's the first massive rock we saw, and right there is the bike. So back down the hill we go. Heading back down the hillside. I figure it was pretty safe to leave the bike down there because anybody coming out here anyways is on a bike, because it's just too large. This is the massive rock just from the backside, and it's huge. It's gigantic. Let me show you. This is that massive rock from the backside, and it's still taller than me. It is really wild. A lot of ferns in here today. A lot of ferns back in here. This rock is big. Looks like somebody placed a stick up here, almost like a walking stick. Looks like somebody snapped off that tree branch. Maybe trying to pull themselves up. All right, down these roots to the bike. This river is pretty wide. I think it's deeper than the Blairsville Trail, but it looks more calm, at least so far, than the Blairsville Riverfront Trail. It's hard to get a view of, but there's a little box right there, and there's railroad tracks, and there's railroad tracks that run the whole way along the other side of the river. I think I might have got that on the GoPro on the way down, so I hope so I can show that to you. But yeah, it's an active railroad track over there. The whole way across this river is just a mountainside the whole way, and then the valley's there, and then it kind of takes you up into another mountainside there, but the trail thankfully is mostly flat. I stopped and now I hear a river kind of running out of the side of this mountain, so let's go check that out. So if you listen, you hear water flowing out of the side of the mountain here. Up there's the top, and then there's this little river flowing with this super clear water. I mean, there's some algae, but it's very clear. I'm gonna zoom in on this. I've seen these before, but there's a ton of these white flowers along here. Just a whole bunch of them. I don't know if I've ever looked for acorns on trees. Really nice view of the river here. Ooh, and some massive rocks on the other side. Check out the size of this rock. This thing, these rocks are massive. There's a better view on the height of the rock, so I'm just standing here, and then there's the rock just jutting up out of the mountainside there. It's crazy. Up in there is another mountain bike trail. Looks like maybe an ATV trail too. I know somewhere along here on the way up I spotted like what looks like a little tunnel area. So I'm gonna try and find that if I can. Some more huge rocks right there. But I'm gonna try and find this tunnel area and decide if I want to go check that out or not. The rocks back in here are just insane. I mean, there's some large rocks back in here. It's wild. You know, easily 8-10 feet. It's pretty crazy for as far as rocks go. Oh, I found it. I was wrong. See that massive dark spot right there? Yeah, it kind of zoomed. I'm gonna zoom in on it, and it's just a huge rock face. You can see it goes the whole way from this side over across to here. Huge rock back in there. So not going by myself, but definitely going when I come back with some people. Again, it's hard to show you how large these rocks are, but you know about the size of trees, and you can see just how tall. These are the smaller ones, but you can see there's a bunch of them back in here. Just huge rocks just parked in here on this mountain. I saw a caution sign here, so of course I had to come back. This must be the start of another one of the mountain bike trails. You can see there's a rock there to go up or maybe down, and trail on that side, and it goes up into the mountain there. Really cool. Got a whole area here. I was kind of wondering actually when I saw this if this was like specifically for mountain bikers or what, and maybe it's part of the natural gas thing. There's a pipe, but it also looks like there's mulch down here and stuff for mountain bikers to use and really go to town on. So that is really awesome looking, especially this area right here. This is definitely a mountain bike kind of section, although it kind of ends into a river, so I'm not so sure about that. Not that I'm seeing it again. Still on the bike, so almost fell there. Gotta pay attention. Searching for this little cave area. So this trail is more about it seems the mountain bike trails and the huge rocks, and there's the river over there, but there's not that many great river views from what I can tell. But maybe when it rains a little more. Also, there's massive trees around here. I'll have to try and show you some of these if I get the chance, but everything is like twice its normal size back in here. So we're coming up here, you can see there's a down tree on the right, but there's a gravel trail which we're gonna take to the left. And then on the right, there's another mountain bike trail that takes you up into the mountains. I'm still looking for that thing I saw on the way here. Back there was a sign. I'm not gonna go back and get that one, but it said Roaring Run Trail stages 4 and 5. So they must be constructing this in different phases and they add to it. I guess every couple years or something. So right now, again, it's about 4.5 miles probably, but I think they plan on expanding. Let's see here, Trucks Mine Discharge Remediation Project. So it looks like this area is to kind of help restore nature, I guess. I thought that was a sandy area down in there. There's a butterfly, but it's not. It's just like a algae-filled side of the river, unfortunately. You can see the water coming out of from the side of the mountain down into the river. Yeah, I thought we were going to be able to go down there. I'm sure there'll be a spot. But yeah, the fact that it's all algae in there is pretty cool. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that yet. And for this thing on the side of the hill, this cave area, amazing view coming up of the pipeline here. You got to check this out. Oh my goodness. I cannot put into words how tall that is. I can try and show you. That is absurd. You can see the bike there for size. This is without a doubt the tallest side of a mountain I've seen on a rail trail yet. That is massive going up there. I don't know if the video does it justice. More view of the side of this to try and show you the height. Here's the plants at my level, so about 6 foot, and then there's the mountain. Actually, I had to stop and get a close-up of this. We got some orange flowers and got some red coming in on the leaves already. It's only like middle of September. Purple flowers, yellow flowers. Just a beautiful arrangement of flowers here. This is probably one of the coolest parts of the trail up here. Check this out. This is awesome. The Roaring Run Trail Bridge. One of the coolest parts of the trail, the Roaring Run Trail Bridge. And if you like structures like this, it's awesome. Let's go in and check it out. Inside the bridge here, you can see different donors and plaques for in memory of people. This is amazing. Also a nice little trail that leads down to the river here, so I think this is our first good river view, so let's go take a look. All right, bike's up there. Down we go. Down through these trees here, into the river. We'll get a nice view from here. And next time we come, we will bring water shoes and get down in there and check out the island area. Maybe we'll be able to get a better shot of the river from the other side of the bridge. So back up the hill here, onto the bike, and away we go. Looks like got another mountain bike trail here. It looks like it starts on one side there and stops here. And I wanted to see what was up in this structure over here. Okay. Maybe you put bikes there, I guess. I don't know, a little creepy. I assume it's something bike related. But yeah, there's the trail. On we go. Got another little path down the river here. It looks really loose, the dirt. So yeah, about slipped there, but might be able to get some better shots. So let's go down and take a look. Hopefully our bike is fine up there. I'm gonna bring the bike down because I think I'm gonna be down here a bit. This looks nice. Ended up doing is bringing it down part way. That way if anybody tries to steal it, they gotta get into a lot of effort and probably slip on their way up, because I about fell. But that should do. Check this out. Underside of the bridge. This is amazing. Might be able to actually get the whole way down in here. Yeah, we made it underneath the Roaring Run bridge. How cool is this? And I was right about the what looked like rain dots earlier. You can see here we're under the bridge and there's all these little bugs skimming the water. That's what I was seeing that looked like raindrops. You can see the river just goes out there a ways. Up there is the bridge. And then over here's the river area. Oh man, look how clear this water is right here beside this tree trunk. That is so cool. So this is like a island area here, and then there's more river on the other side. So again, we'll come back with wet shoes and we'll get across there. Found another way down on the other side of this, so we should be able to get out to the actual river now. Let's give it a go. Check it out. There's these little pools in here. Then we're walking kind of along a riverbed. I'm guessing this floods when it rains, but we want to get out to the main river here to check this out. Yeah, you can definitely see this floods when it rains. Yeah, how clear the water is here. It's about a foot deep. And out there is the main river. This rock looks like it's been eroded at some point. We found it. We finally found a spot out to the river. All that trying, so here we are. Check out this view. I'm gonna turn the camera around for you so you can get a better idea. That's amazing. Still searching for this little cave area up on the side of the mountain, but I think I might have passed it by accident, so I'll have to come back and check it out another time, I guess. It looks like there could be a cave up in there, so you see where the rocks are, where the water runs down when it rains real hard, and then it kind of goes into that cove. I'm wondering if that's just dirt or if there's a little passage up in there. I have to take a look then, just documenting it here to take a note. Check out this row of dead pine trees. They're the only dead ones that I see. That's really interesting. I keep smelling gas. Wondering if there's like a natural gas leak or how that works, or if that's just what it smells like by a natural gas pipeline. But there's some really strong pockets. It's pretty bad. Missed the cave area, so we're gonna have to find it next time. Got a soldier's memorial. Gotta see that spider. Got him just in time. Just for visual, that web is pretty massive. It's at a wishing well here. Let's check this out. Somebody's Eagle Scout project. Down in there as well.